On August 3rd, 2013, this is social lesson number 11. Greenbridge friends, Michael here at Bridge Hands, and welcome you to day 2, part 2, with more on declare play in a suit contract. Okay, on the first hand in the set of 2, I think this is our 6th hand in the session, we have South is the dealer. And it has a 5, 4, 2, 2. 2, 2 in the red suits, 5 spades, 4 clubs. Ace, Jack, 10, 9, 5 times in spades. We like that combination. Ace, double 10 in hearts. Love that. Ace 4 times in clubs. Well, okay. Wish it had the queen over there, but we do have an ace, queen, double 10 in diamonds. So we have plenty of points here, don't we? In aces. 1, 2, 3, 4. That is 16 points. 17 for the jack of spades. One more for distribution. 18. The diamond is another 2, is 20 points. This is a huge hand, half the points in the 40-point deck, isn't it? So I guess you would open 1 spade. Some of you may be inclined to open 2 no trump with 20 points. I think that that's probably not the right hand for it, but I wouldn't fault you if you did. So over in the west hand, after hearing 1 spade, well, it's not a bad hand they have themselves. It has 3 kings. King 10, 8, 7, 6 in hearts, and actually that club suit, King 10, 6, and the diamonds, not great, but Jack 10, 9 anyway. So after 1 spade, do you want to make a 2-heart call with 9 high, 10 high, and 1 distribution, 11? Well, the heart suit isn't that great, is it? If you had the queen over from your partner, got rid of a jack, I think I might do it with 12. I don't think I'd go for the takeout doubly, although you do have a king double 10 and righty spades suit. So I think I would pass. Now, you could have been doing all this thinking before your right-hand opponent bid. You've probably got 30 seconds from when you pick up your cards before they make their bid and it comes around to you. But if you're doing all this thinking, another 20, 30 seconds, once the bid comes to you, the opponent's can and will use that against you. So at any rate, if it's a pass, well, sorry you took so long. Okay, we'll come back to that. Over in the north hand, it's a 5, 3, 3, 2, 5 spades to the queen, queen 3 times in clubs, 3 baby hearts, and 2 diamonds. Well, that's our partner's spade suit, isn't it? So we have 4 high card points and I guess a couple in distribution. I don't know if I'd go 2 spades. I think I'd go 4 spades. Use the law of total tricks. Bid up to the level of the number of the trump you have, especially with neutral vulnerability. In this situation, our partner has at least 5. We have 5. We don't have interest in going beyond game, do we? We don't have 2 quick tricks in the side suits or whatever. So no, we're going to just, I think, go right to 4 spades immediately. Try to stop the bidding from continuing. Although we'd prefer having a singleton or a void in one of our suits. It is a fairly balanced hand, isn't it, with a 5, 3, 3, 2. Oh well. Over to the east hand, they have a 6, 3, 3, 1 with the singleton spade. They're not surprised to have heard 4 spades at all. To south, well, we were thinking about going on. If your partner bid 2 spades, we might bid 4 no trump, goodness knows. But in this situation, no, I don't think so. If they're saying they're going to 4 spades, this is not a strong hand. This is a weak hand, so I guess we will stop the bidding. We'll take a look at some slams a little bit, though. Hang on. So, okay, the opening lead is going to be by the west hand. And I suppose it would be a jack of diamonds. See what is going on here. Jack of diamonds to our partner's king. Probably isn't going to matter one way or another, doggone it, but you might as well at least help. I don't know why you would do one or the other. It's not like they have the queen, unless it's jack, queen tight, and they're playing the low of their doubleton. I doubt that's the case. But anyway, we go up with the king, and the ace is 1, and it's up to the declarer to make their plan of play. And the losers, it's a little tough on this one, isn't it? Well, we've got no losers in diamonds. we have potentially 3 losers in clubs, but not really, because we know we can do some roughing, but it could be a couple losers before we try a finesse, which is the obvious play. We got 1 loser in hearts, and we could have a loser in spades. Depends on how the finesse works, if we're going to play it that way. But how are you going to get to the dummy, by the way? I suppose you could play ace of clubs and a club to the queen, but it's a 4-3 suit, isn't it? So I'm not so sure that that's going to work or not. Not an easy hand to play, indeed. Okay, so we've won the ace, and the doubleton in diamonds on both sides, playing 1 each, not going to help there. This declare goes in and decides to play an ace of spades, and after the ace of spades, they're going to play a ace of clubs. Okay, so the spades, remember, was 5-5. They each played 1. That means they have the outstanding king. And now they're going to play a club finesse. And fortunately, the person who took a lot of time, which is, I guess, what declare was counting on. Why did they take so much time? They must have some values there somewhere. And yes, they did have the king of clubs. So it looks like our queen will be promoted. Okay, after winning that, I suppose they could play the king of spades 2 for 1, but they know that that's not going to really do much help. So they might try something else. They played a heart and lowest of equals. Jack was played by east, ace by south, and now they play another diamond. Okay, winning the queen of diamonds, playing the club up to the queen in the diamond because the finesse did work. And at this point, they can go ahead and let the opponents have their spade. They capture the heart. We go ahead and rough. I think I'm going to want to try doing a finesse of east for the king. Unless, like we said, there was a lot of fidgeting, then I'm really in tune with this line of play. If this person bid 2 hearts or was concentrating a long time, I'm going to play them for that king of spades. Okay, well, enough in the game contracts. Let's head for slam territory and see if we can take a look at how we can effectively use some of this counting our losers and play strategy to our advantage. Okay, we're heading off for bigger and better things with some big hands here, and South once again is the dealer with a 6-3-2-2 shape. In spades, lovely queen, jack, 10, 9, 6 times. How about that? Only 3 high, but a couple more distribution. We'll come back to the losing trick count in a moment. Ace, doubleton in hearts, ace 3 times in clubs, and ace queen tied again in diamonds. So diamonds 6, 4 for the ace of clubs is 10, 4 for the ace of hearts is 14, 15, 16, 17, and 2 distribution is 19 points. We'll open at 1 spades and looking for about anything to make us bid game. But before we go ahead, let's take a look at our losing trick count. Now recall, we need to have a partnership fit, or we need to have an independent suit that is self-sustaining or semi-self-sustaining, the suit quality of 9 or more, counting our honors and our length of the suit. And the honors, we have 3 honors, lovely connected 9, so 3 honors plus 6 long is 9. It's a semi-self-sustained suit, and we can now count our losing trick count because we're happy to have this suit as trump, even for a partner as a singleton. So we have 2 losers in spades, 1 loser in hearts, 3, 2 losers in clubs is 5, and no losers in diamonds, assuming we can get to our partner's hand. So yeah, our partner bids anything, we're going to go to 4 spades, correct? Okay, so partner should have 2 covers if they're making a call. All right, so 1 spade for now. It's a 5-4-3-1 for the west hand. Not very good heart suit this time. 10, 8, 7, 6, 5. King 10 4 times in clubs. Once again, jack 10, 9 of diamonds and a singleton spade. No call. To north, it's a 4-3-3. Once again, we have the 3 kings in all the suits except for the clubs, and once again a king, queen, 4 times of hearts, and another 4-3-3 flat pancake hand. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. This is good, better than before, and we didn't have that queen third of clubs. So yeah, we want a big game, but we're not going to go to 4 spades. Remember, that was the previous hand where we had a weak hand with 5 spades. This time we're going to make a temporizing 2-level bid, saying we're going to promise to make a rebid unless our partner rebids to no trump on standard American. So we will respond with 2 clubs or 2 diamonds. Take your pick, doesn't matter much. Okay, so a pass over by the east hand. It's a 5-3-3-2 suit. Not a lot going on. Ace 3 times the spades, Jack double 10 in hearts, Jack 9-8 in clubs, and 5 intermediate diamonds. So back to south. You heard your partner make a 2/1 bid. So you want to bid 4 spades. Well, you were planning on that if they made a 1 level bid or a 1 no trump bid. So in this case, they've shown 10 points or more. 3 spades would be the call. 2 spades is just bumping the ball along. Your partner should not pass because you didn't rebid to no trump. But I think 3 spades is better than 4 spades. 4 spades is where you've got a length in the suit, but you don't have a lot of tricks. And when you've only got 5 losers and your partner's got 3 or 4 cover cards because they have made a 2-level call, right? Then I think 3 spades. Let's try to set the trump suit and see where partner wants to go. A pass. Well, partner was planning on going to 4 spades anyway, but hearing 3 spades, showing a lot of extras, now should go for no trump. Now, I don't recommend that normally the person that makes a Blackwood ace asking bid to do so with a worthless doubleton. But after the south made a 3 spade bid, it sounds like they got a really big hand. 6 loser, 5 loser hand, something like that. So I would say yes in this case, because they've shown such a big hand, I would do the asking, although I don't normally like to do it without having control in each suit. We have controls in the other 3 suits, the kings. If we had a singleton or something, fine. In this case, I think we can make an exception. So 4 no trump, a pass. South, 3 aces, the 4th level bid, clubs none, 4th level is spades, 5 spades is the response. Pass. Okay, well, we're missing an ace, but they've shown a lot of strength, so we'll hope that it's not where they're missing the ace and the king of clubs. Doubt it. So we'll go ahead and bid 6 spades. And the opening lead by West. Hope you don't lead a singleton. Your partner may have Jack 4th, King, something like that, a Queen 3rd. So no, don't lead singleton trumps. Unless, went 1 spade, 4 spades, we know they've got 10 between them. Hearts, I don't think so much. Don't lead away from your king, I don't think. Certainly not in a no-trump contract. If you think your partner's got the possibility of a queen, I guess maybe. But I would say just do a safe diamond lead unless you think that they're going to do some pitching before you get a chance to maybe split a king-queen with your partner. At any rate, so it's a jack of diamonds. This is the lead to an ace by the south hand. And before we start our play, what are our losers? No losers in diamonds, maybe a -1. We can get a pitch there. Possibly 2 losers in clubs. No losers in hearts, maybe a -1 there. And 1 loser in spade. We don't have that ace of spades, doggone it. Sometimes not having that sentinel, the first round of control in trump, can be to our detriment. So if we're going to lose the ace of spades and lose a club also, we've got a little bit of a timing issue here, don't we? Yeah, we should be able to pitch one of the clubs on the diamond. We'd like to be able to pitch a heart, or play on the heart and pitch another club. But that's a 6-card suit. So that means they have 7. And we said that it's usually 4 and 3 when we talked about our odds before, but we never talked about 5 and 2. We don't normally get that. Let's go take a peek over here. I think we have over on the side, going to bridge hands and taking a look at probabilities of card distribution. We can see what the odds are. And so when the opponents have a 7-card suit, the most likely is a 4-3 or 3-4, 62% of the time. And how about a 5-2? Well, that's a 30% chance, so almost 1 in 3 chance. So it is a possibility. We're not out of the woods yet, are we, on that suit? So, okay, something to consider. So we're going to have to play this carefully. No rush on this hand. So we win the ace. Now, if we play a spade, we lose that to the ace. If the queen doesn't cooperate with the king offside, we're kind of stuck, right? If they got the king, they're going to take it. So we can't play the trump first. Do you see that? Okay. So we've won the ace. I guess we can play our queen. That's a 3-2 suit. Not likely it's going to be rough there. And now we can get to the dummy, I guess, by playing an ace of hearts and a heart, maybe. This is not going to be easy, is it? Okay, we can play an ace of hearts, I suppose. But if you played the second heart, if it turns out they're 5-2 on hearts, that 30% chance, this is not going to work so well. At any rate, that's what this South does. They play the second heart. Did you see this was a loser play? It has an L next to it. This was not the winning line of play. We'll come back. Don't worry about it. So we played the low to the queen. Yes, we were able to play the king in the dummy and we're able to pitch a club. But when we get around to playing a spade, if they tackle that club suit, provided the hearts don't split nicely, we got a problem. So they went for the 62% chance. It didn't work. They roughed with a 7. We over-roughed with a 9, but it's for naught. Because what happens here, we go ahead and play a spade. They win it with the ace. They dutifully come back in a spade. We win it with the king, and we're kind of stuck, aren't we? We can play a spade back to our hand, but when we play another spade and another spade, I guess we can hope that we can drop the king. But it doesn't happen. It wasn't barred down to a singleton. So Westy held out with the king of clubs. They were the hero, and we weren't. Let's take a look at that. I think the bidding was fine, going up to 6 spades. Our line of play wasn't the best. We did take a look when the opening lead came down, and we saw that our losers were 2 in clubs, none in hearts, 1 in spades. So we had to have a plan, and one was to pitch on the diamond, but we had a little problem getting to the dummy, didn't we? You see how that happened? We played the ace of diamonds, a queen, then we played the ace of hearts, and when we played the low heart, that was our loser play. We have to find a better way to do this, and we're going to see that in our next hand. Stay tuned. 2C coming up. Okay, and one more try, same hands, and we're going to see how we can serve up this hand for slam coming soon to a theater near you. So we ended up in a 6 spade contract. The opening lead was a jack of diamonds, top of a sequence. We win it with the ace. You recall we took a look at our losers. No losers in diamonds. 2 in clubs, none in hearts, 1 in spades, 1 too many. After we pitch on the diamond, assuming we can get there. So right now, we've got 2 losers to contend with. So we can go ahead and play our queen of diamonds, and then once we get to the dummy, we can pitch 1 club there. Recall last time we tried the ace of hearts and a heart, and that didn't work so well. But really, we could go ahead and play an ace of clubs and a club, provided the king is on side. But if it isn't, better yet, how about if now at this point in time we go ahead and start to play trump? We sequence it that way. Remember, we don't have too many entries to that dummy, but now we're in good shape because we can get 1 pitch on the king of diamonds and 1 pitch on the queen of hearts, and that will take care of our 2 losers, won't it? So we'll just have 1 spade. Let's give it a go. Play the ace of hearts, fine. Play a spade. They take it with the ace. They smartly come back in a club suit, seeing that there's queen third, hoping partner has the king. Are you going to take it if they do with a club? Are you going to assume they're underleading their king? No, you don't need to. Don't do a practice finesse. Don't practice your finesses unless you need them. We don't need it, so don't practice it because you'll be sorry if you do. So when they play the club, we go up with the ace because we can now do a promotion play. We have our entry, and remember, we had 9 spades. They had 3. They played 1. Let's see if they fall 2-2. No, they didn't. This person showed out. Okay, we should go ahead and play our 3rd spade, get to the dummy, which we do, gets rid of the last spade, and it's cash out time. We've promoted cards in the dummy, so we can, on our king, pitch a club. On our king of hearts, play a heart. On the queen, pitch another club. Lovely, and we have made our contract. So the winning line of play was to go ahead and unblock the diamond suit, and then you could have gone right to the spades, I suppose, but a ace of hearts, one round is fine. I don't think they're going to rough it right away. The idea is, as we're going to see in part 3, we have to sometimes worry about blocking. We're going to be in no trump in part 3. But more on that later. Hope you captured this, saw how we took a look at our losers, especially when we're in a slam contract. We don't like the fact too much of that we don't have the sentinel the first round of control in spades, but by clever play and going to the dummy, it was actually a pretty easy contract after all, wasn't it? Well, okay, bridge friends, that completes part 2, and so we're going to head off on section 3 next and start taking a look at some no trump contracts. Now, you recall in a suit contract, we took a look at counting our losers. In a no trump contract, we count typically our winners. We're in a hurry to win the race to get our tricks before they promote and get theirs. But in a suit contract, yes, we did do promotions. Typically, we would pull trump first. In some cases, we can't. We don't have that sentinel, that first round of control in trump, or we can't exhaust theirs. Maybe we need to do roughs or cross roughs. Maybe they're going to win some tricks on one of our side suits, which they're going to discover. They didn't do it on trick 1, thank goodness. But we now have a chance to go ahead and do some pitches. On the first round, you recall that we saw, is that we had an opportunity to put some pitches on a 3-card suit in the dummy with a 2-card suit. Could even have been a singleton in our hand, as long as we got entries to that dummy. Some of the other things that we saw when we discussed times when you don't pull trump first is where we're doing cross roughs, or maybe a loser on loser play, or maybe a repeated finesse to our declare hand, ace queen 10, ace jack 10, and we need entries to the dummy to do that. Or maybe we're just go ahead and the rule of 1, they've got one outstanding trump, no sense to getting 2 of ours. And you recall the 3 hands we played here, the last 2 are probably fresher in your mind, where we were playing in a slam contract. In the first one, if you recall, this is where we were playing with a 5-5, plenty of trump, but our partner didn't have hardly any points at all, certainly didn't have 2 cover cards, and when we bid 1 spade, they said, using the law of total tricks, they're going to bid to the level of the number of the trump suit. 5 and 5 is 10. Going to bid up to the 10 level, which is a book of 6 plus 4 is a 4-spade game. And so we had to take a look at some ways to get tricks. Now, we're able to go ahead when they led the diamond. That took care of there. We did have entries to the dummy if they had led a trump initially anyway. But we were going to lose a heart, and we could lose an extra club. So we had to play a club to the queen. Didn't want to wait too long to do that. And sure enough, we were able to make our game that way. So, once again, when we take a look at this, oftentimes we have to take a look at promotion, and promotion requires entries. So that's a lot of what bridge is about, and we're going to see more of that for sure when we go to the no trump, and we're going to reinforce that. So I'll see you over on the flip side on part 3. See you soon. Thanks for coming. Bye-bye for now.